Hey, it's Deep. Today I'm going to do a review of The Conjuring. It was released in 2013 and directed by James Wan. He's the director of Insidious. I saw the movie twice in the theater because I loved it very much. It's one of the best horror movies I've seen after The Exorcist. It received an R rating for being scary without using too much violence, cursing, or sexuality. Not too many horror movies nowadays are able to do that. Recently I bought the movie and I watched it last night before making this review. If you haven't seen the movie, I suggest you stop listening to this because I'm going to give away some spoilers. It's based on a supposedly true story of the paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren. They investigate a case of a demonic haunting experienced by the Perron family. The Perron family consists of a mother and father and their 5 daughters. I don't know how the actual case was, but I'm only talking about the movie in this review. So in the movie, the Perron family moves into a house in Rhode Island in 1971. There they experience a lot of freaky stuff. For example, the clock stops at 3:07. Carolyn Perron wakes up with bruises on her body. One of the little girls sleepwalks and starts banging her head on a cabin. There's banging noises at night. One of the girls is pulled on her bed by her feet. There's a very dirty smell. One of the little girls is able to see the ghost of a little boy named Rory. Doors open and close by themselves. When the mother plays a game of hide and clap with her youngest daughter, she hears a clap coming from a cabinet, and we as the audience see these hands coming out of the clothes and clapping. So the movie is very scary right from the beginning. When Ed and Lorraine Warren come, Lorraine finds out that the house is haunted by a demonic witch named Bathsheba. She lived in the house in 1831 with her husband. When she had a baby, she sacrificed it to Satan when it was 7 days old. Then she cursed everyone who tried to get her property and committed suicide by hanging herself on a tree. That tree is near the house by a pond. When Ed and Lorraine are standing underneath the tree, Lorraine is able to see the witch's dead body hanging from the tree, and it disturbs her very much. The demon also latches on to the Warren family. When Ed and Lorraine are listening to the recording of Ed's conversation with the Warrens, he records it just to get evidence for the church to be able to perform an exorcism. They aren't able to hear Carolyn Perrin's voice because by that time she's already being possessed. But they do hear a demonic moaning. There's all kinds of other crazy stuff too, like birds flying into the building. When the parents first move into the home, their dog named Sadie dies. The dog refuses to go into the house, and the father, whose name is Roger, ties the dog outside. The next morning they find the dog dead. So, is the movie scarier than The Exorcist? That depends on your opinion. I think some of the scenes are equally as scary, but I wouldn't say that it's scarier. It's hard for me to compare the scare factor between the two movies. Is it scarier than other horror movies? Yeah, definitely. I'm not scared by slasher films. I just don't think it's scary that some crazy psychopath kills people for no reason. But these type of supernatural movies scare me more. I mean, they don't actually scare me because I don't believe that demonic possession is possible. But I think they're scarier than slasher films as a comparison. So the demon of Bathsheba, the spirit of Bathsheba possesses the mother and tries to kill one of the small daughters. Then Ed and Lorraine have to perform an exorcism to cast the spirit out. Overall, the movie is very entertaining. I recommend it to anyone that loves horror films. I give it a 9 out of 10. Next I'm going to do a review of The Conjuring 2. Alright, bye.